You probably remember this too. I literally would print out paper directions from Google Maps
Oh God,
to go find these places, and you probably did the same thing. I bet,
dude,
right?
I
You
think I
got
still,
them.
I think I still have a couple right here. Hold on.
Hello, once again, all my dedicated gore horrors out there. Welcome to another wonderful episode of the Scary Movie Project. I am your host, Matt. This is the podcast where we talk about scary movies and where we love film locations. So, we've done lots of stuff with, East Coast film locations, Stephen King, things like that. But we wanted to get into the really good stuff here because I hope you're all a member of the HHG Army, the Horrors Hallowed Grounds Army. So I've got Sean Clark with me today. You all know Sean. He is the horror. He runs Convention All Stars for all your booking needs for celebrities. He runs Horrors Hallowed Grounds, the show about all the great horror film locations. He's got the Thing with Two Heads podcast as well. He's a maven of horror. You know him. You've probably seen him at a show. You've probably seen him somewhere. Sean, this is awesome. Thank you so much for being on. And I'm excited to talk about Horrors Hallowed Grounds with you today.
Thank you for having me, and I'm ready to talk about it.
Awesome. So I'll mention real quick. In 2010, I guess it was, and I'll show everybody, of course, who's watching on YouTube, the Horror Hound article here. I met Sean years ago. You did an article for them on The Exorcist, 2010, I guess it was. And I was lucky enough to get in touch with you, and we talked a little bit about, gave you some tips and places to go visit and stuff. And so always appreciate that shout out from years ago. That was a wonderful thing. Great article. But then next level, of course, we don't take written word anymore. We can now do anything everywhere. So yeah. I remember the first episode I saw, this maybe the first one ever, was the Halloween episode where it was on the 2005 edition of the 25 Years of Terror DVD, right? Am I right about that?
That is the first official Horrors Hallowed Grounds episode. I had done like a bootleg VHS version of it in the late 90s that was mainly traded amongst nerds.
I'd never seen this. Okay.
Yeah, it was called Halloween the Retrospective.
Ooh.
Oddly enough, I don't even own a copy. I've been trying to find one. But it is seriously amateur hour. Literally,
that's awesome.
Edited on 2 VCRs with a flying erase head. Yes. So it had pretty good editing for its time.
That's amazing.
But it definitely it covered Halloween 1, 2, and 3. Just
okay.
Not as thorough as my later work, but it was literally just me going to the spots and editing the movie clips with the spots and sort of doing an audio commentary over it.
Okay. Hey, for us that remember back in the day, that's how we learned to edit video on the reel-to-reel tapes, man. So, I remember those days with VCR. I remember.
Yeah. The old flying erase head super VHS.
That is, that's hilarious.
But, so that would have been my first official Horrors Hallowed Grounds video episode, was on the 25 Years of Terror documentary that I helped produce.
That was great. So I remember watching that and thinking, man, this is great. This is such a great idea. He's got PJ Souls walking around with him for this thing. This is tremendous. And that's when I got kind of the idea, like, okay, well, I'm right outside DC, so why don't I go do one on The Exorcist, or I do one on Blair Witch? And I know I posted it like online or whatever, and I don't think anybody ever watched it. But hey, it's there if you guys want to watch it. So that became like a really cool inspiration, and I realized, yeah, people love this stuff. Like, horror fans love to go see these places. So I think that is so cool. So what was, I guess before that, late 90s, like you said, what was your inspiration to like do this? Why did you want to do this in the first place?
I think it all started with me and my friends went to Monroeville for the Zombie Jamboree convention in 1993. It was our first out-of-state convention we traveled to. And one of the things we had heard is that it was being held across the street from the mall from Dawn of the Dead.
Mm-hmm, yep.
And when we went over there to the mall, the feeling I got walking in there, it just was this crazy wave of nostalgia for a place I'd never been to before. I kind of I've always compared it to like going to your old high school or childhood home. I walked in there and I knew where everything was. I recognized everything, but I'd never been there. And it was a strange,
Huh.
nostalgic feeling that as I'm walking around in there, I'm like, wow, I feel like I'm in one of my all-time favorite movies. I want to do this for other movies, you know?
Yeah.
And that's really where I got the bug. So it was 1993 and we walked around and filmed stuff. And if you watch my Dawn of the Dead episode, I cut in a lot of that old footage, which is one of my favorite episodes because of that, because it's this whole time capsule thing of look at me doing this 30 plus years ago, you know?
It's wild.
I mean, you know, people talk about, you know, these guys do filming locations on YouTube, but I've been doing this a long time. Yeah, on YouTube before I did. Maybe people found you first because of that. But, you know, not for nothing, I've been doing this a long time. Am I the first guy ever? I'm definitely one of them if I'm not. So
I love what you said about feeling like you've been to somewhere you know, but you've never been there. I remember the first time I went to Pasadena to go see all the places from Halloween. I remember it was 2010. So yeah, I had seen all the and then all this stuff. So I realized I'd never been here, but I know where everything is. Oh, there's the hedge. Oh, there's the street, Montrose and Oxley. There's the Myers house. Like, but I knew all these places. I've never been here before, but I know where all these places are. So I think you're right about that. So interesting.
And you know, I was like the first guy to find those places. When I went out there to find them, nobody. I mean, sure, I'm sure people that lived in the neighborhood knew. Oh, that's they, you know, but there was no internet. You know, I went out there with Thomas Brothers guide maps and I'm driving around, literally driving around looking for stuff.
Yes.
I mean, we didn't have Google Earth. We didn't have any of that shit. And all I had to go by was an interview in Fangoria magazine with John Carpenter where he said they filmed in South Pasadena and he mentioned a street, Orange Grove. Now, I didn't know at the time. It was just completely dumb luck. When he was talking about Orange Grove, he was talking about the babysitters' houses in Hollywood. Okay. But it just so happens that the exit you take to get to the Myers house in South Pasadena is also called Orange Grove. So I went to South Pasadena, got off the Orange Grove exit, and literally it takes you right into what is Haddonfield. Okay. And I just drove around, and I remember the first thing I saw, we were coming around on the street, basically the same POV kind of shot that Lori and Annie see when they go, oh, my dad, and they see the hardware store. So we were driving down that street, and I immediately recognized that sort of thing in the center of the road. And I looked up, and I see the hardware store, and I go, oh, shit. And I look over, and I see the Myers house, but I don't know why it's where it is, because that's not where it's supposed to be. I'm like, wait, isn't that the... I was losing my mind, you know? I'll never forget that moment of finding it for the first time. Crazy.
So in that piece, in yours, you talk about, you have a guy who works for the city or somewhere like that, or construction guy that's talking about the house that it had been moved originally, and the story behind that, right? Yeah.
No, when I first went there, the first few times I went to South Pasadena, and this is some of the footage. This is one of the reasons I really want a copy of my Halloween the Retrospective thing, because I cannot find my master copy. I don't know what happened to it. On that tape, I had footage of not only the Wallace house before it went through a reconstruction, but I also had footage of me walking and where the Myers house was when that whole block was just a field. So I'm walking around, you know, talking about this is where the house was, and that footage is kind of sacred now, but I know people have it. I've put this out there before because, you know, like if somebody has it, send me a copy or let me, you know, but I can't find it.
So there's your call to action, everyone listening. Find this Halloween retrospective so we can wall watch this and get Sean back his master copy here.
Well, I will say this. Me and my buddy kind of did the commentary over it, and we were, I think we were 24 years old, and we were drinking beer and eating pizza, and we were getting a little as my memory serves me, it's probably very, very politically incorrect.
I'm sure it's yeah. If I had done that at that age, it probably would have been pretty similar.
Yeah.
I would guess. Yeah, that was great. So I love that original, and I just thought that was so much fun, and it just kind of blew up from there. So tell me then. Okay, this is one I was going to ask you. I think you are. Have you mentioned your favorite movie is A Clockwork Orange? Is that right?
Yes.
Okay, which is a great movie.
Hmm.
I loved your episode when you got to go over and you got to go do all these great spots that were from the film. How much, my biggest two-part question is, how much fun was that? But name me a couple favorite episodes you have done.
That was definitely one of my favorites.
Yep,
I mean,
I'm sure.
what a bucket list. I mean, to get inside the writer's house,
Yeah.
first off, I
Yeah.
cannot believe that the owner let us do that.
It's amazing.
And he's not only once but twice. Like, I first went in that house
Mm-hmm.
over a decade ago, and I wasn't smart enough to film anything. I just took pictures. I was just so giddy I was in there.
Right.
And then when I finally decided I wanted to do an episode, I was like, God damn, I'm probably never going to get in that house again. Well, at least I got the photos. Well, my buddy that lives in the UK, who was the one who reached out to the guy somehow and talked him into it,
Mm-hmm.
he said, hey, he still lives there. He's fine with us coming back. I'm like, no way. I couldn't believe it. Because that was like being on a film set. I mean, it was crazy.
Yeah.
And then getting into the gardens, which is that nobody gets in there. Like, it is like, I don't know how my buddy finagled it. He's pretty sly.
That's pretty good, man. Yeah.
But that opening when they sneak up to the house,
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
nobody's ever gotten in there, and and according to the guy who owns the place, nobody will be getting in there. I mean, it's like,
right.
So I was, I was pretty blown away. That is one of my favorite episodes.
Yeah, it's really good.
Another favorite would be Halloween 3, just going back to the town with Tommy Lee Wallace and walking around with him talking about it. That was so much fun.
Mm-hmm.
I have a lot of special memories about certain episodes that were just fun to make, like that one. And I think we shot, I don't know if we shot The Fog at the same time or if that was later.
I
But
love the fog. God, I love the fog.
The Fog episode was a lot of fun because me and the guy who used to be my cameraman before I was doing everything myself, we used to have so much fun just going on these road trips. And,
Oh yeah.
and
Yeah.
just acting like kids, like sharing a hotel room and eating bad food and
Uh-huh.
and just it's like it takes you back to your having sleepovers when you're a teenager. So those were fun. But as far as other episodes that were really fun, Obsession 9 was a blast.
Oh yeah, you're a big fan of that movie too, right?
Yeah.
Obsession 9. Good movie.
And it was fun to incorporate that old footage into that episode. That was a fun one. But the one I just filmed and I'm in the editing process right now, and I'm so psyched to get out, is my Poltergeist episode.
Ooh, all right. Here we go.
Yeah, I'm trying to get that out in the next couple days.
Oh,
and
man.
so I rented the house for 2 nights. And
Yeah, you can rent it now, right? It's
Yeah.
like, oh my God, it's crazy.
yeah, so I already did it. And
Oh my God.
I was the second person to do it. I guess somebody beat me to it. I don't know who they were, but they have
That's okay.
They have a guest book you can sign. I didn't.
So
recognize the name.
how was it? Was it legit? Is it fun? Is it like from the movie? Like, did they glue the furniture to the ceiling?
I mean, most of the interior of the house were sets, but
Okay.
they modeled it after the house. So
Right.
the only thing the staircase is different,
Okay.
and the upstairs layout is different.
Okay.
So it's similar, but like the master bedroom looks pretty damn close.
Mm.
You'll see when you see my episode, but
Yeah. Okay.
but she tried her best to she bought the exact same TV that they have
amazing.
downstairs. I mean, she decorated the kids' room the same way. So, I mean, she did a good job.
Wow.
But the only things they really shot in the house is the kitchen, the backyard, the front yard, maybe some of the living room, and going in the front door. But all the upstairs was sets. So
Okay. Is the
it's a
pool
blast.
is the pool filled with skeletons? Hopefully.
No, no, but when they dug that hole, they really put the pool in after production. That was
Wow.
where the pool is. So
Okay.
I mean, it's
Yeah.
pretty cool.
I mean, you can now you can stay at Buffalo Bill's house. Now you can do the Poltergeist. I mean, it's crazy. You can go to all these different places. I
Yeah,
love that.
yeah.
Poltergeist. Okay. Wow. So let's see. Oh, you did Hellraiser too, didn't you?
Yes.
Right?
Same time we did Clockwork Orange. Yeah. That was a big trip. I mean, I think
Sounds like it. Yeah.
I think we did like 5 or 6 movies on one trip. I was there for like 2 weeks.
Now, there's one spot I've wanted to go for a long time, and it was just part of that trip, Werewolf, American Werewolf in London.
Yeah.
Actually going to the spot where they get dropped off in the truck, like the moors. So I loved, what was it, Beware the Moon, when that documentary came out. God, I love that. That is one spot where I've got to go at some point. How much fun is that, and how much of a pain in the ass is that to get to? Is that hard?
It's a bit of a drive. But I mean, it's crazy is when you're out there, it looks exactly the same.
Yeah.
And it's really cool. That's the furthest location from because all the American Werewolf London stuff is pretty much in London Central.
Yeah. Right.
But that's the moors is Wales. So it's about, God. Because I went there when I was in Manchester, and it was a 4-hour drive from Manchester. Wow. And so I think that's a good 6 hours from London. So it's far.
Okay. Yeah, it's not close at all.
Yeah, those are probably like 2 separate trips, and it was for me too. I did the Wales stuff first and then went back to London and did the rest. But that was so much fun. But in Wales, it's the moors and the exterior of the slaughtered lamb is all in Wales.
Okay.
Everything else is London, except the interior slaughtered lamb is outside of London a little bit at a pub, which has amazing fish and chips. I highly recommend. If you go to that pub, I think it's called the Black Swan.
Yeah, I think it's something like that. You said, right?
It's amazing fish and chips. Like, I'm not just saying that. They
really are good. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's good to know.
And I like fish and chips, so.
That's a good spot. Did you ever go to the slaughtered lamb that was in New York City for years? It's closed now. Yeah, with the big.
Is it closed?
With the werewolf displays and everything.
Yeah, it was pretty cheesy.
But I ate some buffalo wings and drank some beer, and I think it's closed now. Unfortunately, I think so. Yeah, that was fun.
Was it a COVID casualty?
No, I think it may have been, but I almost want to say it closed before then. But I'm not. But I wouldn't be surprised. I think it had the world's smallest bathroom too. I think it's like the size of like a closet. So that was funny. Yes, you've done all the England stuff. That's pretty exciting. So
yeah,
I love Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and who doesn't? I think you had. Didn't you have some interesting stuff happen to you with like some livestock or something during when you were shooting that one?
Oh, yeah, that was, it's funny. I just went to the big anniversary screening on Monday night. Nice. That was a lot of fun. Yeah, when I went to the location where the houses used to be, I saw they looked the size of records, these flat, round, and I wasn't sure what they were at first, but it was shit. Like these big, they looked like plates. And I'm like, I noticed they were everywhere. And I'm like, what is making all this? And then I come around a corner and there's a bull staring right at me, like eating from a bush. And then another bull's head pops up behind the bush looking at me. And I'm like,
F this, I'm out of here.
Okay. Yeah. And that was
gone.
Yeah, that was, and it's funny. I was talking to, I don't know do you know who Adam the Woo is? He's a YouTuber.
Yes.
He does filming locations too, mostly like theme park content. He's a good friend of mine. He's in town right now. And we went to the chainsaw thing together on Monday.
Cool.
And he was telling me, because I haven't been out to that location. I have not been to that location since I shot that.
What year was that?
I've been to the house and stuff where the restaurant is.
Right.
Since, but the opening, where the houses used to be, I haven't been there since I shot that, and that was 2006.
Yeah, a long time ago.
It's 20 years. So, he told me, and I've heard from other people that it's almost completely developed now, like apartments or something.
That sucks, man.
But there's a little tiny piece of the road still left, I heard. So.
Damn. Yeah, I mean that movie's just. I mean, the locations are just so amazing in that film, and that is one place I have not gotten to go yet. I got to get down. I've been to Texas twice, but I haven't gotten a chance to go to Austin and those spots where that was yet. So, yeah, I love your ending with the camera and the swinging and that. That's good.
Yeah, I have a lot of fun. We used to have a lot of fun doing the recreations, and a lot of people ask me why I don't do so many anymore, and I don't interject as much humor. And the real reason is I have fun doing that when I have other people with me, right? Mm-hmm. So since I shoot most of the stuff on my own now, I don't have anybody to make laugh. I would look ridiculous doing something like that by myself. So we went hard on the Poltergeist episode. So massive recreations, lots of humor, because I had my buddies come stay with me, and they helped me, and they shot that. So I got somebody actually filming me, and so it's a little stepped up quality on this episode. So I think people are gonna like it a lot. So it was a lot of fun. We did some shit. I will say this. Once this episode comes out, I think you're going to see a bunch of new rules get added to the Poltergeist House website of things you can't do.
Okay. Yeah, you got to iron out those flaws. You got to dig into that. So that's okay. So what are your favorite episodes? What about some of your favorite places, locations, just like overall, that if you were to sit around on a Sunday and you were bored, you would go check out, and it doesn't mean local, anywhere. What are some places you would just love to, you love to visit that you featured?
If I'm not filming, you mean that I just go to filming locations?
That was just awesome. Yeah.
I mean, obviously anytime I'm in South Pasadena, I go, Halloween. In that area, I try to go have lunch or something just to kind of be there and get that vibe.
Yeah.
Another one is the Dawn of the Dead Mall, because I frequent the Steel City Comic Con, which is literally across the street where the Zombie Jamboree was all those years ago.
Yeah.
Little different spot, different building now from when it was, but same sort of thing. And, obviously that's a touchy subject because they're going to be tearing that mall down.
So what is I've signed the petition. What is the latest? I haven't heard. Is it toast? Is it gone? What's up?
Yeah. As of, I think, let me see. I just got some,
oh man, that sucks.
Hold on. Let me find it.
Yeah, I saw it pop up a few months ago, and I sent it out and posted and said, sign this. Don't let this happen. Come on.
I kind of got some inside scoop recently. It's early 2027. They're set to demolish the mall in April 2027.
Oh man.
So we looks like we got about a year and a half left.
I was going to say road trip time. Yep. If you haven't gone. So
if you are a fan of that movie, you absolutely need to go see this before it's gone. I mean, and it's crazy. Going back to the whole nostalgia thing. Yes. Just yesterday, I was driving back from LA. I had to do a signing with a client of mine, and I'm driving, and as I'm coming down the 405, it passes right next to Westminster Mall, which is the mall I grew up with as a child. That mall has become a complete ghost town. I mean, there is literally, if there's 100 stores in there, there's 20 that are still open. It's bad. And I noticed on the way up there, the J.C. Penney's, which is the one of the anchor stores there, had a big store closing sign on it, and that's just like the total death knell. I mean, I heard it's gonna be gone soon. So I stopped on my way back yesterday and just walked around in there, and it was so sad. I mean, the memories I have there, and just walking around, there was literally like there's nobody. There was nobody, and the couple stores that were still open weren't even open. Like they were like closed, but you could tell they were still in business, but they just weren't there.
Right.
And it's a bummer, that I understand it. I get it. If people aren't going, you can't, but it blows my mind, to see something that was such a huge part of my life just kind of turn into, nothing,
I know. What do you think they have to do something to commemorate like the spot of the site? Like, what do you think they'll do in regards of like Dawn of the Dead to remember it with?
I don't think Walmart gives a shit. I don't think they're going to do anything to commemorate it.
That sucks. That would be terrible. I hope hopefully they do something. Oh, that's too bad. Yeah, I know. I was kind of hoping that it would work out, but obviously it sounds like not going to.
No, it's not.
That's okay. So speaking of that, there you go. Good segue. What are some spots that you've been to that are now gone? Like, are there any places that, you've been to over and over and all of a sudden, like you checked, it's been torn down or demolished or anything like that?
Oh yeah. Well, obviously Danvers, from Session 9. I didn't realize until I was filming my Phantasm episode recently that Mike and Jody's house had been torn down and rebuilt.
Okay.
I had no idea. I visited it many times before it had been changed, took pictures. So I added those photos in my episode, but I was like, you got to be kidding me. I had no idea, that's gone. Bill's house from Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, where they're in the garage, playing and everything.
Yeah.
It's just the exterior. It's a different interior house.
Okay.
Excuse me, but the exterior, the house and the garage, that's been torn down and rebuilt. Oddly enough, pretty close to the Phantasm house as well. What else is gone? I mean, there's a lot of stuff gone. I mean, now, we're, the Silver Shamrock factory for Halloween 3 is, in the process of,
that's right,
of slowly being demoed.
Didn't you get a brick or something, or you were talking about that with?
A fan.
Someone sent you a brick of it.
Yeah, he sent me, because they sell them. They
of course.
It's smart. I mean, that town makes money,
I would.
So, yeah, he sent me one. Sent me two, actually. He sent me one regular one and one. They do an engraving on it. That's pretty cool. Let's see what else is obviously. Let's see the hospital from Halloween 2.
I was just going to ask about that. That was a VA hospital or something, right?
No, the exterior is a VA hospital. It's still there.
Okay.
The interior was a different hospital.
All right.
Was also used in Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's been torn down. The Halloween 3 hospital has been torn down.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, recently I'm doing an update video on all the spots I missed from Halloween Part 1 to Part 6.
Nice.
And I got to go back to Salt Lake City and get one location I missed, and then I can put that one out. But the barn from Part 5, they're having the party and they run in the barn. Yep. The barn's been torn down.
Oh, really? That's gone.
Yeah.
Okay. The tower
when I first
farm
went out to the barn, it was still there, but when I went to film it, it had been torn down. In fact, not only had it been torn down, but it was still there, piled up. Like,
wow.
Yeah, I took a piece.
Of course.
Stuff like that. Yeah, I mean, if I think about it more, I'm sure I'll remember even more. that are gone. You know,
They've started down around my neck of the woods, Blair Witch. They have starting to tear down one of the restaurants where the woman is standing out front with her baby, telling,
yeah.
no,
Did you see my
no.
episode?
So I was going to mention that. Yeah.
Yeah, because they were in fact doing it while we were there.
Well, I was going to say, yeah, they're doing it. And then, you and our mutual friend, Matt Blasey, who's great, was on. You guys did your great Blair Witch episode. So, yeah, you saw them literally tearing this stuff down. Oh, yeah, we're going to keep, this. I don't know if they're going to keep anything, whatever. But so, yeah, you guys, you've done a couple. Okay, so you've done Exorcist, obviously. You've done Blair Witch. What other, Danvers there. So how many other good, you done a Friday? No. So have you done the Friday the 13th tour? Because they have the tour now that you can do. It's awesome.
No, I haven't. But I mean, I long before they started doing that, I snuck on that camp twice.
I bet you did. Yeah.
And I have a lot of footage from that. And it's one of those things that once it becomes a thing that everybody does, it kind of loses its luster for me. Yeah. It's kind of like I've never done Martha's Vineyard, Jaws.
Right, Jaws.
One of my favorite films, but I feel like everybody's done it.
That's fair.
And it's funny though, is sometimes I'll do an episode that everybody's covered, Exorcist being one of them. Everybody had covered it to death. Blair Witch, covered to death. Jeepers Creepers, covered to death. But all three of those videos did really good for me. Like, people still wanted to see them.
Yes, they do. They do.
So, I mean, I'll eventually get out there and do Jaws. I'll do it eventually. I mean, Friday the 13th, I'll probably eventually go out there and do it. See, the thing is, though, I would rather, and I don't know who the person is to talk to because I don't know who runs it, but I would rather set something up with them so I could go out there on my own with them. Not a big group of people. I want to be able to do a proper episode, and I would be willing to pay them, for their time or whatever. I probably will. I'll probably look into that. I just don't know who to talk to out there. Another one is Scream. They do the Scream events at the house, and we've talked about trying to do something at the house. With like Matt and Skeet and Jamie.
That'd be cool.
And if we do that, obviously, we're going to do an episode, and I'm going to have some pretty good talent involved.
For sure.
But, it's a lot. A lot of it has to do with just time. I'm so busy. They're so busy. But yeah, no, I need to get out there and do it. I did it for an article in Horror Hound.
Okay.
And I shot a ton of footage when I went out there the first time. I think the first time I went on the camp was like 2002.
Okay.
In fact, I think it was the same trip that I did Danvers. I think.
Okay.
And I got to tell you, I appreciate the fact that they open to the public and you can go do it and everything, but there's nothing more exciting than sneaking on.
Oh, there's no. So I went up there in 2011 or 12 to drive around Blairstown and do all that and eat at the diner and everything. I have the receipt up here. But yeah, I drove to the camp and I found it and I was like looking around and I didn't trespass per se, but I was ready to get in there. And yeah, no, it is a ton of fun to do it that way. But yeah, that must have been a lot of fun to just kind of jump in, especially when no one's around. Yeah, because you get to kind of do whatever you want.
I mean, obviously you couldn't go in. I mean, some of the cabins were open.
Sure.
So we were able to go in some of them, but at the time I didn't know where the showers were. I didn't know where the mess hall was. There was things I didn't know. And I'm, and you're like, you're out there in the middle of nowhere. Every leaf you step on sounds like you just broke a window. It's so loud. You know what I mean?
You're looking around like, oh shit, are they going to find me?
Yeah. But that's the fun of it, man. Honestly, fun. I mean, the most exciting time I ever had was the 2 times that we broke into Danvers.
Heck yeah.
Because not only was that like dangerous as fuck, but they had 24-hour surveillance driving around the property.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it was like, it was full Mission Impossible getting in there. You know what I mean? I was like hanging on wires and shit,
Yep. Yeah. That's great. It's great. So this probably resonate with you too. I was thinking back in the early 2000s when I wanted to go find all the Blair Witch places. And of course, you probably remember this too. I literally would print out paper directions from Google Maps to, to go find these places. And you probably did the same thing, I bet, right?
I think
you got them.
I think I still have a couple right here. Hold on. I have like an old folder.
Because there was no GPS. There was no nothing. Like nothing. No one post. You have to dig and find the one person on that thread in some random chat somewhere that says, I know where all the places from blah, blah movie are. Oh, my God.
Look at these. I still have these old maps with like spots marked.
I love it.
I mean,
I love it. And that's how it used to be.
If you can see what that is, that's when I went to go check out the Prowler locations.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Yeah, that was so much fun because you would be reading these directions on to find these places, and you would just hearsay. Like you didn't really know. Maybe it really wasn't there. I don't know. But this guy or this person wrote something out. I'm going to go find out, and I'm going to go see if it's really there. Oh my God. That cracks me up. Tell me some of the crazy. Okay, so you mentioned the cattle run in, and being afraid of being caught sometimes. What is one of the, if not multiple, craziest, weirdest things you ever happened to you on one of these shoots?
Oh man, I mean,
like running into some crazy person who yells at you, or I don't know, something like that, right?
Well, everybody talks about that guy from Halloween 3 episode that started screaming at me, and I almost got in a fight with.
Yes.
That was just clearly some meth head who lived in that. I mean, they turned those hotel rooms into like apartments. So people are renting literally a hotel room as their home.
Right.
And the guy just walked out and started cursing at me, but he was cursing at me. There was Tommy Lee Wallace and Buzz, my camera guy, were with. He was not looking at them. He was looking at me. He was directing all his anger to me. And we literally hadn't done anything. We literally just got there, stepped out of the car, and we're like going, okay, what should we shoot? And this guy steps out and starts, it was crazy.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
it's frightening.
Yeah. It wasn't frightening. I was just
unexpected, I guess, maybe, right?
Yeah.
So,
and I had no clue, because people ask if that's staged, if it's real, I had no idea Buzz was filming.
Okay.
I didn't know. When it started happening, he like literally kind of turned the camera on, and I didn't know I was being filmed. So what you saw happening between me and this guy was 100% real. I wasn't playing to the camera because I didn't know the camera was on. I was literally like, "Hey, motherfucker, you want to go? I'm ready. Let's go." I was like, he looked like he was 120 pounds soaking wet. He was just like this skinny meth head.
Jacked up, right?
Yeah. So, but anyway, that was crazy. As far as I have a lot of just luck. I have a lot of luck. Things happen.
You have to, yeah.
I mean, it's crazy sometimes how things will just fall into place and you'll just get lucky. Like I'll give you an example. Now, this is an episode I loved, but for whatever reason did not do well at all. And I'm shocked. I thought it was going to crush because nobody had done a Hereditary filming location, right?
I loved it. Great one. I loved it.
Well, nobody watched it.
You found the pole where her head came off and it got eaten by bugs. By ants. It's great.
But like that's a perfect example of one that just I got lucky. I went to the school.
Yeah. Oh, you mentioned it too, right? Yeah. I think you mentioned it in the episode. You're like, yeah, we came back in the morning and they let us in now or something, right? Yeah.
Well, this is the luck. So I walk in there. It was like school was ending. It was like 3:00. Kids had already kind of left. I go into the principal's office and I said, "Hey, this woman behind the desk," I go, "Is there someone I could talk to about it? This is, I'm doing this filming locations video on Hereditary." And she's all, "Oh yeah, that was shot here." And she goes, and she's kind of being like, "Yeah, I don't know, And then I said, "Well, look, I'm in town. I'm only here for a couple days. I'm in town for the Comic-Con." And she goes, "Oh my God, I want to go there so bad. I am dying to meet Skeet Ulrich." And I go, "Really?
I got you.
I think I can help you."
I got
and she's
you.
Like, And she goes, "What do you mean?" I said, "I'm his manager." And she's like, "No." I
Let me
go,
help you out with that.
I said, "Look, what if I get you into the convention and I'll get you right to the front of the line, get you to meet him, autograph?" And she's like,
Love it. Leverage, baby.
next thing you know, doors opened.
Uh-huh.
I'm
All of
getting
a
a
sudden you're
tour.
in.
I'm getting a tour.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
It was
It's
great.
funny. It's funny how that works, isn't it?
Oh,
Yeah.
dude. Yeah. So that was good. I know there's been crazy shit that's happened, and I know as soon as we're done talking, they'll
You'll
start
remember
popping
like
in
10
my
of
head.
them. Of course.
But,
So on to expand that, then maybe also that might jog your memory. Then what are the spots, whether you want to make an episode or just for your own personal, what are spots that is like the white whale? What can you not get into? What are you still like, I got to get into this place? Or is there?
Well, I mean, there's places I want to get back in that were tough. Like I want to do, this is one's random, as it's not horror. I want to do a My Bodyguard episode because it's one of my favorite movies.
Okay.
And I visited all the locations, and I had this whole incident with trying to get into the school. So much stuff happens in the school. And I finagled my way in illegally. But I was just there taking pictures. I wasn't shooting an episode. And security caught me, and I ran, and I got out a side exit, and so I didn't get caught. But they have cameras, and they had already told me I couldn't go in. Long story short, a student overheard my conversation with the security guy who was not giving me any love, and I was leaving, sort of dejected, and a side door popped open, and a student said, "Hey, come on, I heard, come on,"
Yes.
And they let me in the side door. So I've always wanted to try to work it out where I could go back and see everything. I saw most of it. I got into like the locker room, the gym, the auditorium. I saw most of it, but I wasn't able to match up like his locker, the bathroom, the classrooms. So I'm hoping at some point I can get back in there and do a proper episode. Another one, for whatever reason, it's really difficult to get into the mausoleum from Phantasm 3 now. They have really strict rules, and it's locked at all times. You actually have to get somebody to open it for you, and they're really weird about it. And I want to do a Phantasm 3 episode that's very similar to my Dawn of the Dead episode, because back in 1993 or 4, I was on set of Phantasm 3.
Okay, nice.
Reggie Bannister took me and a group of my friends to the set. So I have all this great footage of us on the actual set.
Yeah.
And I want to go back and kind of retrace those steps, but it's been a little difficult. So I'm still working on it. I'm sure it's going to involve greasing some palms.
Hey, works for Hereditary, right? You know what you need to do? You need to go and go to Chicago and see if you can get that and get in the Home Alone house, and you can do an episode for everybody.
I heard that they Airbnb'd it or something at one.
Oh, is that one now? You got to be kidding me. We've gone to, oh my God.
I heard they did it for briefly, like a special thing.
All right. So we've got what? Friday the 13th now, Poltergeist, all these, you just go stay at all these places now. Like they're all just open to the public. This is ridiculous.
Yeah, no, it's cool.
I mean, it is cool. It is cool. It is cool.
I mean, one of my white whales I made happen already was getting into the house from Fast Times at Ridgemont High. I think I'm the only person that got in there.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah. And, seeing the famous swimming pool.
Yes. Yes, absolutely.
I
want to go to Salt Lake City at some point because Halloween 4, 5, and then 6, right?
Yeah, Silent Night, Deadly Night, Hereditary.
Pretty good stuff.
Punk, 3 O'Clock High. Lots of good stuff.
Yeah, because, I think we all love, whether you like the movie or not, whatever. I love Halloween 4. But that opening montage of Halloween 4 is just the best, like, couple minutes of that entire franchise. That those shots are just, they ooze like the Halloween season, and now it's so accessible, we can find all these places again. So I think that was so cool to be able to do.
You'll like my update episode because I recreated that entire opening
Did you? Okay.
And so I went to all those spots because again, when I shot Halloween 4, 5, and 6, that was for the release of the Scream Factory box set,
Okay.
which I was doing all the bonus features for at the same time.
Mm.
So we had this insane workload put on us of all the stuff we had to do. Actually, a couple of the other films were farmed out to other people.
Huh.
I think Michael Felsher was working on one of them. Some other person was working on another one. But we had like part 4, part 5, H2O.
H2O episode was great. That was really good.
Oh, thank you. Unfortunately, I didn't have that done, that Horrors Hall Grounds episode done for the box set, but
okay.
I did all the interviews for H2O. Josh Hartnett and everybody. That was me who interviewed all of them.
Awesome.
But we shot the Horrors Hall Grounds 4, 5, and 6 over a course of 3 days, I think.
Oh wow.
And we were flying by the seat of our pants, man.
Oh,
I mean, to get all 3 of those shot, we obviously missed a lot of spots. Those episodes turned out great. People liked them, but there was a lot of spots we missed because we ran out of time. Really, it was time, and a few of those places hadn't been found yet.
Okay.
Like, I think when we shot the episode, we didn't know where the farm was from part 5. We didn't know where the hospital with the long hallways from part 6 was. There were certain things we were missing. So I go back. There's something I've missed from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. There's stuff I've missed from all of those. So this is going to be a big follow-up episode of all, instead of just editing it into the old episode. Right. I'm going to do a standalone.
Love it.
The places I missed.
That is fabulous.
And I got some shit nobody's gotten.
I'll
give you one preview here. I'm the only guy, to my knowledge, who's ever gotten into the building where young Michael is staring out the window in part 2.
Oh yeah,
and Lori walks in and
he looks all mad and he's like the sunlight's coming and like I
got in there.
Did you? No kidding. That's tremendous because that's a part that a lot of people haven't even seen that.
That's a story. That's a story I'll save for the episode. But
all right.
Yeah, that was again complete luck.
That's awesome.
And not easy. I'll say that.
I mean, so much is luck.
Yeah.
I think one of my favorite episodes that I love, movie that I love, I mean, I never even thought about this as was American Psycho, because I just see it and I know it was shot in Canada, but I never even thought about where are these places? Like, you found the dry cleaner. I never even thought of this.
Well, the thing with that one, that's another one I thought was going to be a huge episode for me.
Oh yeah.
And it didn't perform nearly as well as I thought because nobody had done it.
Yeah, no one had done that.
Everything. I've had so many people reach out to me asking where certain places are, because there's a couple things I found, specifically the stairwell where he drops the chainsaw.
That was insane. He followed I couldn't believe you found that. Mad props for finding that. That's impressive.
Nobody's gonna find that. And I'm not telling anybody where
I was gonna say you're probably not gonna tell anybody either. I wouldn't. Nope, this is my secret.
Anyway, it and the bathroom where he comes up behind him and he's all, Patrick, why here now?
He's wearing the gloves and his I love that.
That bathroom, is not the bathroom at that bar,
right?
But that was a bit of luck. I did hear that. I don't know if they've done it yet, but we were being told when we shot American Psycho, when we shot the nightclub, interior of the nightclub, it's called the Phoenix. It's in Toronto. That it was being torn down soon. So I don't know if it's currently there, because we shot that it's been maybe 2 years now. So
maybe another casualty of these locations.
I mean, there's a couple episodes I'm sitting on that are done, like Exorcist 3 is done.
Oh, I love that movie.
I'm just finishing the editing, so that's going to be one of the next ones. 3 O'Clock High is done. I've just been lagging on it because when we shot that, I went with Adam the Woo. That was a trip we took together. Okay. He was doing 3 O'Clock High, SLC Punk.
Wow.
And maybe that was it. And I was doing Hereditary, Silent Night, Deadly Night. So I said, look, I'll shoot my own, because I'm such a big 3 O'Clock High fan. I'm going to shoot my own episode, but obviously this was your project. I'll let you put yours out first. And his has been out now a couple of years. So I now went back and revisited to try to finish it. But that's another one that's insane. The access they gave us at that school is mind-blowing. When you see, they let us on the roof of the school. Well, there's a scene where Jerry walks out and he's standing on the roof kind of looking out over the mountains. It's very, very dangerous to get up there. I mean,
didn't you guys do a roof scene for Dawn of the Dead too? Didn't you? You got to do that, right?
Yeah. That is in my Night of the Living Dead episode.
That's right, Night of the Living Dead. Yeah,
that's another one of those stories of like the guy wouldn't let us up there, and then we got the place next door to let us up there, and we jumped over.
Did you really? Oh,
yeah.
Shit.
I mean, they're connected.
Okay. So. Oh, yeah. Okay. So here's one question that I have, because I love production. It's what I do. So how you're doing all your stuff now, pretty much, we have amazing phones now, and you shoot a lot with your phone. But when you were doing your productions, were you guys using a couple cams and audio and stuff? I mean, you were keeping it, on a fairly pro level, right?
Yeah, when we were doing it for the Blu-ray stuff back in the day, we had like legit cameras and wireless mics, and nowadays I'll wear a wireless mic if I think it's a situation that the sound might be bad. Like on the Poltergeist episode, I'm wearing a wireless mic most of the time. And my buddy is shooting on a more professional camera. So that episode's going to look better than some of my stuff that I'm just shooting with the old iPhone.
Yeah.
But here's the thing, people say, oh, why don't you shoot more, on better cameras? Why don't you get better equipment? Why don't you do 4K, all this crap? Number one, when you walk into a place that you're probably not supposed to be filming at, if you're doing it with just this, nobody really bothers you. If you walk in with a camera, everybody's up your ass.
Oh, believe me, I know that feeling well. Oh, yeah.
So I want to be left alone, and I want to just get the shot and get out of there. I don't want to have to, talk to these people and try to get permission. And
I know.
So I prefer just to be incognito with this. As far as the 4K thing, yes, I could shoot 4K on that, but it takes forever to upload. I've heard people say that they have trouble playing 4K videos through YouTube.
Sometimes, yeah. Sure.
So I'm just like, I'll just stick with my 1080p. It looks good enough.
Yep. Yes, it does.
I'm not trying to win any Academy Awards here,
the reality of that is, if we're creators, we're thinking to ourselves like, okay, it's got to be this, and there's so many specifics, and it's got this bit rate and this frame rate and everything. But the reality is, people who they just want to press play on their phone. They want to watch it. They just want to see you were there. They do not care if it's 4K. Some people do, like you said, but they don't. The people just want to watch it. They just want to see it.
Yeah, that's kind of how I feel. I feel like if you have interesting enough content, they're going to watch it.
They're going to watch it. Yep. So Sean Clark was on today. We're talking Horror's Hallowed Grounds, which is, again, here, shameless promotion for you. HHG Army. Get your sticker when you can. There you go. I love it. Yep. Fantastic. One of my favorite shows to watch. Love it on YouTube. Love to watch all these episodes. Sean, thank you for coming on. Tell everybody, we'll promote it, of course, but where does everybody find all the awesome things? Oh, one more thing. I'll give you this opportunity. I know you do it on your show as well. Do you have any Get Off My Lawn segments you want to bring up while we're there? Feel free.
I did have one. I was thinking of one the other day. Oh, man. Now you put me on the spot.
We threw it at you, right? You weren't ready.
There was something the other day that was pissing me off. I'm trying to think of what it was.
I'll give you one of mine. Here you go. I'll throw one in. I'll just toss it. So there's a trail behind my house that I walk on all the time, and it's great. Nice to be outside, and it's a little tiny trail, but I'm always walking on the right side. I'm a pedestrian. All this room, why do the joggers have to almost run into me when I'm all the way over? Don't they have all this room? I don't understand. This is like something I don't understand. I don't really, it drives me crazy.
Well, me and my girlfriend were bitching about something similar to that the other day. There's these people in our neighborhood that they're like kind of power walkers, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And they walk right down the middle of the street. You have sidewalks.
Yes, for walking.
Yeah, but I'm constantly having to drive around them, and they act like they own the road.
Yep.
You know.
Yeah. What is
Don't
that
get me
about?
started on the kids with the fucking e-bikes.
Well, the one thing that makes me crazy with that is I have, part of that trail also extends out, and it's like an actual bike trail. And across the street is the sidewalk where I'm walking. It's like that Simpsons episode, the streets for fancy walking or whatever he tells him. But then I see the guy in the scooter or the bike on the side. Dude, the trail for you is right across the street. Why are you riding on the side? I don't understand.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, that bugs me. Still, the cashless thing drives me crazy.
Oh, you're not so you know what? I really never have cash, but I think your argument with that was what you were paying for parking or something. Was that your beef with that?
Oh no, my beef's with it everywhere.
Oh,
I mean,
okay,
like,
everything.
Because
Okay.
I'm in a cash business. The
Okay.
autograph.
Sure, that's true. That's true.
So I honestly almost never, ever, ever use a debit card.
Really?
Yeah, it's just, and
Yeah, okay.
now I would say, every third or fourth place I go to, I try to get something. They're like, oh, we're cashless. And it's like,
Yeah.
I mean, it's crazy to me that it's legal tender,
But they won't take it.
you
Right.
won't so you're saying you're refusing my business
Yeah.
on the, I mean,
Yep.
I can't imagine being in a business to where I'm refusing payment.
Saying no to a customer. Yeah, that's crazy, right? It is.
But I think a lot of, I have theories, but ultimately, the thing that bothers me the most is it's going to get to a point where if the government wants to, they can track every purchase you make,
Sure.
And the only way to not let them do that is to use cash.
Paying with cash. You got that right. Yeah, that's for sure.
So I don't like the, I'm not some conspiracy theorist or something, but I just, I don't understand why. So you're telling me if I take this money and I put it into a bank and I bring you back a card that will access that money, you'll take that, but you won't take that money. I have to, you know what I mean? It's stupid.
It's like coins. They don't want to deal with anything. Nobody wants anything to do with coins anymore either, right? That's all done.
Yeah.
Right? So.
And okay, here's one of the get off my lawn.
Okay.
The fact that when you do pay cash somewhere, the people behind the register have no fucking clue how to count change. I mean, kids today.
Yeah,
kids
you didn't
today,
tap something, right?
They don't know. They don't know how to do math.
No, they don't.
They do not know how to do math at all.
No.
If you say to get change, you don't want to get pennies back, and you say you add a nickel in there, and they're looking at it, and they're trying to figure out why you handed them this nickel. They're completely
They're done.
Their brains freeze. You know what I mean?
They're done at that point.
And I don't tell them. I just sit back and I watch.
Yep.
And then I see them do it, and then they almost always give me the wrong change.
Oh, yeah.
And I go, actually, the reason I gave you the nickel was because I don't want the pennies. Blah, blah,
I don't want the change. I want my yes. Exactly.
Anyway.
No, they don't know. I used to work at a gas station when I was in high school, and the registers, and that's done. Like, that just doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah, I mean, their minds just break.
Yep, they have no idea.
Yeah, it's just laziness. It's just
technology is great, but at the same time, it makes you stupider, right?
It does. I mean, this is going on another tangent. Like, do you know that like most kids today don't know how to write cursive?
Oh, I'm not surprised by that at all.
Because they all just do this.
Yeah.
They don't write anything anymore. And I was talking to an autograph dealer who was saying that all these up and coming sports stars coming out of college and stuff like that, don't know how to do an autograph. They have to learn because they don't know how to write cursive. It's insane.
Yeah. No, I remember, that was a big thing when I was a kid, was learning how to do that. And I'm not surprised that they don't know, but that's an unfortunate thing, I think.
Yeah, technology can also, work in the opposite direction if you rely on it too much,
Yes.
I mean, the one advantage we'll have, guys like us will have, is we'll be actually a lot smarter than the generations coming up after us.
We can only hope. But that was fun. See, we got to throw and get off my lawn segments on here too. We got to get that out, and everyone will enjoy it. Oh, one thing I'll mention, you mentioned sports. I'll take a second, then I'll congratulate you. Aren't you a big Oklahoma City Thunder? Yeah. Yep. NBA champs. There you go.
Finally, yeah. My sports teams have won it all in my life.
You were a Sonics fan then?
Yes.
All right. So I'm a Blazers fan. So that goes way back rivals. Then. Yeah, way back. Yeah. Oh, good for you guys. Yeah, they were unstoppable. What a great team.
As soon as you said that, first thing flash in my head was that Damian Lillard 3-pointer where he ended our season.
Yeah, he ended a lot of people's seasons and stuff like that in Dame time. He's back too, so. But he's out he'll sit out this year with the Achilles injury he's got. So, but that's okay. So listen, Sean, where does everybody find you? Where can everyone find all the awesome stuff you are doing?
Well, on, I guess, Twitter, X, whatever it is, Instagram, and YouTube, it's at Malfunction. So MALFUNCSEAN. Or you can just search on YouTube Sean Clark. And that's actually the name of the page, but it's at Malfunction. And got all our stuff on there. We got a new thing with 2 heads coming out. We got a new Horrors Hallowed Grounds. Got some new collection videos coming soon.
You bought David Lynch's drums.
I got David Lynch's
drums. I saw that. One of my buddies is a drummer. I'm going to send him that video. He'd love it, I think. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's really nice drum set. I mean, I
look like it. Yeah.
That's literally the drum set I was looking for.
That's awesome.
And it happened to be his too, which was cool. That's
so cool.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, listen, thank you for coming on. Horrors Hallowed Grounds is the best. Please go check it out. It is really, really cool. You learn a lot of movie things you never knew about. So, and as far as us goes, you guys know the deal. Check us out at The Scary Movie Project on Instagram, thescarymovieproject.com. Email us at thescarymovieproject@gmail.com, and let's discuss more great horror film locations. Until next time, though, hey, everyone's entitled to one good scare.
The Scary Movie Project podcast. Learn more at thescarymovieproject.com.